All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Pick it up.
Yep.
2nd and 5. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 40 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll set up to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Second and 1. Going for it all. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
What's that? 180!
59! Watch the screen, watch the screen!
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Watch out!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Run.
Play fake. Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, box truck. Hey.
Let's go right here.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This one complete to Scott Miller. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too.
Nice 7. 2.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Alert! I got you.
Now Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Mayfield on first down, and that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Mayfield now from the 50. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Mayfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, wahoo! 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check. I got it.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Rush in, rush in. Hey, dude. Check. Hey, lock it. Check. Switch. Go. Go, 5.
Back to throw here. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check out 61. Matchbox lights. 5. Yep.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Two minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Alert!
Now Gordon on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Check 15. Check King.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Check three.
Yeah.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the 28-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We ain't beginning to try you. Hurry! Don't get nervous.
Slam.
Mike's 57's Mike.
Hey, let's get this.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
180.
I got one.
Hurry.
57. I got you, boy. 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for O.J. Howard. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready up.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Silver. Check it. Watch out.
And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
It's
Keep
3rd
playing
and
hard
16.
all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 86. Watch it. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Alert three.
Now.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Za'Darius Smith providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
49, check 49, check. Let's go. My gosh.
following the penalty. Here's Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert 33.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hey, Sam off. Look at me. Go. Yo, go.
2nd and 15. Going up top for Miller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check. Hard.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 66 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Right there. 54, right there.
Look at me. Zipper.
Rip left. Check safety. Watch twist.
Deep.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Kill.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it this time. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry!
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Go! Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pistol.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Set, 180.
Mike, 45. Watch the out. Watch the out. You go tight. You got tight.
Hey, alert! Watch out!
Watch quick.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
Get ready.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Run.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Watch the
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They're all finished in the game up in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Haywood!
Rush in!
Yeah! Shoot!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Bravo! Go!
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Falcons nothing. Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession,